EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. For a touchback.
We go tonight, like 20.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long time.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 20.
Son, I'm too strong out here. Too big for you.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. Timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Bang, bang.
And the Rams.
Super one.
First and 10
Hey,
at
Alpha.
the 50-yard line.
Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic. I'm coming.
From the 50, it's gone.
I'm here all day. I'm here
Nowhere
all day.
to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
We got him. We
And
got
the
him.
job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Louis.
45.
Hey, exit.
45.
Here's Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. 3rd down here.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there.
Mike Super. 27. Mike 27. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
3rd and long. It's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Step it up. Check 31. Check 31. He's checking. Check. Scratch. 58's the mic. 58. Ready to go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
He has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III.
Strong left. Target.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check your hot read.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Tighten up. Alert flare.
Merlin.
Watch twist.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's brought down by
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
All day, all day. Hey, check 27, check
A shotgun snap for Goff.
Championship, baby.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the edge. Slam, slam.
Tuesday.
Throwing again. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Down. Ready.
Slant. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Got it. 24 is the mic. Here we go. 24 is
From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Goff now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the out. Check. Crunch. Check 50.
General West.
Shit. Hey.
Watch the ship, watch the ship.
Check three, check three, check three.
Ship, ship. Check four, check four.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on second and long. Ryan. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Don't get nervous.
24 is the mic.
Hey, let's pin the mirror.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, LA.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a first down throw, gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and
Kill, kill.
at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
Sponge, Sponge. No.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Goff.
I got you.
And that will be incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
76.
52's the mic, boys. 50.
Go.
Check pass, check pass.
Here we go.
Here we go on 4th.
Keep it
Goff.
up.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
4 down.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
SOS.
Gun.
Live motion. 24 is the mic.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
29, ready.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Ryan now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Freeman a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 32 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the Rams have got it. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Go in the other way.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Hard ball.
I got motion.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check smooth. Come on.
From the gun, here's Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff.
Army.
Flushed out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Single.
Hey, Zoo.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Again, Goff. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Goff now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Check more now. Hey, Haywood.
Goff throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
218, chopper.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Hey, Delta. We're good.
Now Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
That's it, baby.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Ringo. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Got two. Single, slot. Hey, you're on it.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
22.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Justin Hardy. As time expires in the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing.
It got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
On first down, it's Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Hatchet. Hey,
On second and 12, Ryan. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Value three.
Get in the work.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Big air.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Goff. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, check. 59. I'm going to come back to you.
Space.
Here's Ryan.
Watch the screen.
Gets it off to Freeman.
Watch the screen.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Mike 25.
Mike's 59. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Wait.
Double up.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And an alley to run. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Then he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 54 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch the run. Check 43. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Get up.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Bryant keeps it on the sneak, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Deuce. Check. Whip. 80 weapon. Check three. No, 11.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Check. Hey, 59, ready. 5, 21,
Freeman again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. They'll run on first down. Freeman. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Rush in.
49, check 49, check 49. Got it.
Here's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Right there. 54 Mike.
58.
You pump.
Check. Kill. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54.
51, Sam. Ready to go.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
20. Hey, 76. 76. Hey, 7. 27.
Watch twist.
Now gone.
All day, dog.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there. Goff to Cup. 47 yards. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Watch the run.
Mike, listen.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Hey, wahoo!
52.
Goff. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, but now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It's now 4th down and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, Mike, Mike. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Hey, Charlie.
52's the mic. Come on, D.
Where's 52?
Hey, 5.
52's the mic.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Hey, Alpha.
You think you gonna get this?
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Come on.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
Going the other way.